Hey all, happy Saturday, and we are back for another session in our Cabinet of Curiosities journal. I am just in love with mine. I know you guys have to be the same because this is just, it's like the best. I really like the style that I've chosen to work in this year on these journals. I love the variety that happens by working weekly in the journals, and the different papers that we make from week to week really begin to inform the way the journal is going to look versus maybe things that you all have that's all at one time. Like all the papers are kind of the same or something. I think it's really cool to just be able to build the way we've been building on our papers. So today I'm going to use up, I'm pulling from several sources. Last few workshop I've been creating, I've been making papers, and so I'm gonna use this one because I think it just looks really good right here. These colors are nice and it just adds a little bit of warmth. This is some of the washi tape that I made using masking tape and our scripted foam stamps. And this paper I've just made on, on the rain stain papers. This is some more washi tape that I made using the double-sided tape that can be used. And I pulled out some other things from the Printables that I thought would be cool. So we're seeing what we're going to use. This one, I wanted to show you that this is the original paper that I was working on. I did a workshop with a group a few years ago when we were all into our destination workshops before 2020. It was the summer before, and I had done a workshop in the south of France, in Durfort, and using these really beautiful papers. We just did a lot of scripting and jelly printing and mark making, and this is just a segment of the paper. It was huge, and I turned it into a book structure. But in photocopying some of the pages and then blowing them up, you can sort of see the quality here. So I take a lot of my work and then I photocopy it. You can see here how it's so similar. Then I photocopy it and then I reuse those images a lot of different ways. So I just wanted to show you the source of some of this staining and what have you that we did. So can't wait to get those workshops going again. I'm also went through my printables. I gotta look and see which ones these are from. I don't remember if this might have been December 2019, but it's using scripting, some of my papers, mark making with all this old Irish lace that I came across in a thrift store. It's just beautiful lace, and it's just really photographed so nicely, and I love it against this sort of grunge. So I think I'm gonna use this one because it has the texture sort of the fabrics that I'm using throughout the book, and I think I'm gonna take that circle part and use it. So I pulled those out, and I'll make sure to link these, and then I'm gonna work with this circle because when I reminded myself I hadn't used it in a while. I do love them. So I thought maybe I'd pull one of these and use it in this collage. Not sure which one I'm going to grab. So we'll think about that. So that's kind of what we're going to do. So we'll be releasing the stamps on the 30th of June. You guys are going to be seeing that this Saturday, so it's a week from now. And there's going to be a discount, a really good discount that Artfoamies is going to be offering for the launch. In order to get that discount, make sure you sign up for my newsletter. So you have to just follow the link below to robmcclinton.com. Make sure you're on the newsletter, and then we'll be sending out next Wednesday the code and everything So Tuesday or Wednesday, but we'll be sending that out this coming week for the code to get a significant discount on the Artfoamies when it launches on Thursday. We're also going to do a raffle giveaway in my Facebook group around me, and I also will be introducing all the foamies. We'll be using them. I'll be just showing you techniques that I've discovered so far with them. So we're just going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be kind of trivia questions or something like that, and I'll be doing raffle giveaways. I have packs and stuff of some of my mark make papers and different things like that for my studio. I have so many tons and tons of papers, so I thought it'd be fun to give some of them away to you all for raffling off stuff. So we're going to have a lot of fun next Thursday in the Facebook group. So you want to make sure that you've joined it, and the best way to do that is just jump on the email list, and there's also a link below for the Facebook group, so you can just run in, jump in, and you'll get the information, the updates for that. And yeah, so that's everything. I want to make sure I told you all that. Yeah, for your for the Artfoamies, I have so much on my mind. There's so much going on, and I hate missing not telling my YouTube community about things. So much goes out in our newsletters or in our, like we'll do some updates, and that's probably the best way if you want to keep up with what I'm doing. So I want to start here. I'm going to rip a bit of this edge off. And I want to get this here. So I guess I want to cut a little bit more. Let me get this edge first because I want to get that whole piece on there. I like the black, and so maybe I should do it this way first. I want that to be the edge. And then we'll figure out where I'm going to put that. So hope you guys had a wonderful week. Yeah, last week I had gone on an outing with my kids. We decided to go do some hiking, and so we got up pretty early. It's out here in Arizona, especially in the summer. You got to get going early. You get back early, but you get going early so that you beat a lot of the heat. So that's why I wasn't in the chat. But I really miss it. I love hanging out with you guys. So I was like, oh, I'm missing chatting with my friends. So I'm going to put this down here. I really am just going to glue over the whole piece because I don't really need to, this is just gray paint. So I think I'm going to put that down there like that. So let's go ahead and get some glue on it. Let me get my glue book. Oops. Gel plate dropped over there. So let me keep on making room because I'm good for getting myself all bottled in. Okay. Let's get this down. This is just photocopy paper. I mean, not Xerox, Yeah, photocopy. I'm thinking I said photo paper. So it's just, your regular weight. Nothing special. Kind of throwaway prints, but, we don't throw them away. We use them. So, there. All right, I love that. That goes down nicely. Choose. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, I like that there. And I feel like I want this here, but maybe I just kind of want to do a little flip or something with it. I don't know. I honestly, I kind of like that there. So I'm trying to decide, I don't really want to cover it up completely, but I do want to do something. Let me just go ahead and cut this out while I'm thinking, because I do know that I want to go ahead and take this circle out. Apologize if it starts getting a little noisy. Pretty early today, but it's a Monday. Generally, it's not a lot of people, but people come back and forth. So if you hear any background noise, it's in my studio and there's other people here. So that's how that goes. I know sometimes you guys, sometimes I'm asked that, but it's what it is. Everybody's really cool and really respectful of tapings and stuff, but you know, I think that what happens, honestly, with the camera is that that's where it picks up more sound, the sound that's away from you, than the sound that's going into the microphone. I don't know what that's about. But anyhow, so I like this here. See, that little, just cutting a little circle out. It gives us kind of circle. So I can see the theme of this is going to be circles. But I still want to keep with, so you know what I might do? Maybe I'll just take a little bit of this washi tape that I made. And see how. So I'm just gonna tear this. And I'll just put some of this down. I think I like that. So it kind of makes a bridge. But I do get to keep some of that off the top. A little bit of that gray stays. I like that. So it just kind of allows us to sort of make a bridge there, but yet still have the grunge. Okay, so we're going to do that. I probably should have ripped that edge. I'm not too crazy about the fact that edge is not ripped. Let's just see. Let's see if I can rip it now. And then put some. I'm just going to rip it on here and just see what we end up with. Maybe the page will rip a little bit and we'll just get a little bit more, you know, grunge. This is not anything. Let me get my X-Acto. As always, I have no idea where this is going. Okay. Oh, good. So we're getting some tearing there. And I'm going to put other stuff here, but I just don't like that really straight edge. I'm not a fan of that. So, and I like the fact that the tape just kind of gives this little grunge, you know, look. Okay, good. That's better. Because this edge was already sort of raw. So putting that straight edge across, I didn't like it. This, I'm happy with. Again. Okay. So, that little bit of text and everything there is good. For some reason, I'm still trying to get this worked in. The way I feel is a little too graphic. Okay, so this is going to go down here. Let me get that pack. See what else we could use. Okay. I want to use the lace, but let me see. What do I think will work best? How if I rip that? Let's try this piece. Okay. So I like this irregular edge. So let's first rip and get rid of this edge here. See, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just in my mind I know what I want it to look like. That's it. Okay, so now let's just go ahead. I want to rip this kind of in the shape of the lace. Okay. Let's see what. Okay. And also this paper sort of has this lace coffee staining on it. So I'm really wanting to pick some of that up as well. I'll see a little bit of it. Let's see if I put that there. Do I want to see this torn edge or do I not? Let me just get rid of that white edge. Sometimes I like the white edge, but I'm just thinking maybe I don't want it this time. So then I've got to kind of tear the reverse of it. Sometimes you can just, just kind of tear it from the back and get rid of it. Okay. Alrighty, so let's see. This goes down there. Okay, I like that. We could make it a pocket too. Where's this bit here? That down. I like that. I do want to keep that there. Maybe I will make this a pocket. And then this bit right here can actually be folded up and put it in here. Like, let's do that. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to take the book page here, and I'm going to get the Coconino, and I'm just going to get a good amount glue, and then let's just go ahead and back this. In my bone folder, let's back it. This will just give it a stiffness so we can turn it into a pocket. So let that dry. Okay, so while that's drying, so I still am going to put this down. Am I going to put it down over top or underneath? I don't know. Let's go ahead and get that circle cut out. But I definitely want to see through my paper. So just kind of get your little sharp end scissors, and I'm just going to cut a circle. So at least I can see through whatever's going to be, you know, underneath this on this page. Okay, perfect. Good. So, depending on what it's going to be, see, we can still see this element through it. And so it's nice because this paper was already double-sided. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold this in half. This is a photocopy, and then I came back using Tim Holtz Distress stamp pad in the, what color is this? It's the gray. Can't think of the color right off. It'll come to me. And then using alcohol on the gel plate, I picked up that pattern on it. Love that. So here, let's just go ahead and tear so that I can get a torn edge. And then we can see how long this is going to ultimately be once I get the pocket finished. Because it's not going to be a really long pocket because it's going to get cut off by this. Because I was going to glue this down flat. Maybe I should turn this into a pocket too. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so this will be ready to use as a, you know, secondary kind of piece that'll be put in here, but we have to see what the length is going to be on that one. We don't know yet. Let's see. So while we're doing that, let me figure out which one of these circles. I think I'm gonna put the circle on this side somewhere. I just need to figure out which one I want. See how this one? That's a good dark one. I like it. So let me just go ahead and rip some of this paper off so I can keep the integrity of the circle. I think I'm going to actually take all the paper out of the middle of it too, so I can just have the circle. Oh, that's good. Oh, I like the way that's just integrating from here to here, and at the same time, to see where we want it on here. At the same time, it's just adding that extra element. So there's a bridge. Okay, let's put that there. I like that. So get this one here. I cannot find the rest of my Giottos. I have tons of them. I still have, I know, at least 10. And but since I moved into this new studio, I brought them, but I can't figure out what I did with them. And I'm a little upset because, you know, I like my Giottos. So today, this afternoon, when I'm finished recording, I normally try to do my videos in the morning when I come into the studio. So any other ones I have to do for Patreon or for Workshop This or for the Saturday video, I do. And then in the afternoon, I work on my projects, or in this case, I'm going to work on kind of reorganizing the studio here. And I'm going to put a little bit of something here on this edge because I ripped it a little bit, this page, and I'm okay with that. I just want to make it more stable. Plus, I like that little extra bit of tape there. It just adds for when I come the next time. So, okay. So here we are with this. I like the way this page is shaping up. And, well, watch my time. I don't want that to pop on me and you'll see it. Okay, so now once this is dry, let's just go ahead and rip this off. And then what I do is just kind of rip around this edge. A lot of times I'll leave a little bit of the wording behind, you know, that little edge of, I like seeing that text when I actually do this. When I, you know, make the paper stronger with book sheets. So if we put that down there, so let me get to the edge here. Okay. Watch the time there. Let me just go ahead and change it. It's almost up. Hold up. Okay, that way I don't run the risk of it popping off. Okay, so this becomes a pocket, which I love. And I'm gonna put this down. And I feel like I want to glue this down. I want to just like anchor all this there, which means our pocket, what we're going to do is going to cut off like right about there, which is fine. Okay, so let me get my glue, my PVA. What we're going to do is, I could decide to make that a double pocket, but I don't know that I want to. I think that might be too much. So we're just going to go ahead and get this going on the edges. What I'm going to do is part the way down where this is going to actually anchor it. I'm going to just glue it all the way across. So this won't be a pocket. It'll just go flat. That way I don't have any buckling or too much, you know, stuff going on underneath there, since it's all going to be flat. So that's going to be the space of the pocket. Okay. This page is really curling up there. Okay. Where is my paper towel? Let's really get rid of the extra glue. Just make sure that your pocket stays open to where you want it. Okay. So I love that. And then this is going to get glued down. Just like these elements of these things repeating. So I think I'll use this one. So I want to make sure this paper kind of goes over this heavier surface. Okay. This down. Okay. Love it. So far, that's what it's looking like. I love just the eclectic materials that we're using to create this page. A little lace, a little African textile, some sumi line work, our washi tape that we made using the European text stamps, some of this circle paper, little jelly printing. So it's really eclectic, but it's nice how they're all working together. And then the stained background, I can still see like the lace staining and stuff that was on this paper originally, which is nice. And to that, we're going to add this piece right here. So we need to figure out, I want that to go in there. I want all of that. Let's see if we can rip it at this line right here. I think. I don't want to lose my whole little 26 there, but I'm going to take a little bit off the top too. A little tight, so I want it to kind of go in and out a little more easily. And see, I just love the way that text is laying there like that. I think that's really cool, but let's turn this into something. Let me see, what do we want to do here? I want to make this a little bit more useful as an item versus, oh, that kind of went crooked. Let me just cut a little bit more of it off. I don't know, I wanted this to be something. Now, what can we make it? So I like this as a finished look, but it'd be nice if, we can do all these glassine envelopes that my foam stamps come in when they're sent to me. So when you guys get some, they'll come in these little bags. So I'm going to use this glassine to make a pocket. Let's make a rather deep pocket. Maybe something like that. Let's see. And then that way we've turned this into something also that can be used as a place to put found objects, because this is a cabinet curiosity thing, right? So we want to keep that in mind. I feel like I only need one layer. So let's see. Okay, so we're going to just take this one layer here, and that's going to end up being our pocket. So what I want to do is, I think I'm going to use, hopefully my glitter glue is unstuck, because, oh boy, I like how thin the line is, but honestly, I haven't used this in a while, and I know it can get stuck. Let's just see. No, that's not coming off. Let's see if this one. It's got plenty of glue. Just if you don't use them for a while, you have to unstick it. Hopefully. Hopefully it's going to come out. It doesn't look like it. Of course, I don't want to spend time unplugging this. I'll have to make sure I get these working again, because I love this. So I'm going to use this one. This is a little fatter, but I'm going to have to use it. Okay. Oh, before we do this though, let's just go ahead and why not? Let's just stamp it. Just to give another layer of text to our pocket. I don't like using our stamps. Oh, and I wanted to make sure that I kind of did it upside down. Okay, great. Okay, so we use that. And I like to overstamp on my surfaces so I don't waste it. Okay, so I'm back. My battery ran out, and so I took the opportunity to clean glue because I really like using this narrow strip of glue, especially when I'm using something see-through. So this is all marked up now. We've got our text. I purposely did it upside down just for contrast. And we're going to glue this down. So I'm going to put this around 3 sides. So just a real thin strip. And this is just like making a document pouch, basically. That's what we're doing here. And because I have a fold here, I'm just going to go ahead and put it right down the middle like that. Just kind of will hold that piece in place. Okay. So starting from one side to the other. Okay, so there. And this this glitter glue will hold this parchment down. It's like, this is like a PVA, so it's a really strong glue. And so once it, once it's glued, once it adheres, it's good. So then that's going to be like that. So it's just kind of a cool way to make like a document pouch, where here again we can put anything in it. I found some of this old this is ruled paper, and I think this will be cool inside of it. Just kind of gives it another sort of dimension. So I'm going to just rip this down so that it fits in this pocket. In fact, I think what I'll do, as opposed to ripping, I'm just going to fold it. And, oh, this paper does crack because it's really old, see? And then we're just going to make it so that it fits in this pocket. And in this case, it's just like a place for notes. But in the same pocket, of course, we could put these both in here. So this is just some old ephemera that could be used for notes, but we could put slides in here. You could put found, objects. It just gives a place for that to, be another tuck spot that you can literally do something with. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this tape, and I'm going to rip it and then kind of use it around the edges a little bit, just to sort of like, like maybe it was a repair or something. And what that's going to do is it'll also just make the whole thing a little stronger on that pocket edge. So it's like utilitarian, because it just makes it look like, we just repaired it a little bit. And I don't want it to really be even or fussy. So flip it over on this edge. And a lot of times I'll let it, you know, crinkle like that so that it just, you know, just looks old. I guess that's the way of putting it. And I'm gonna put a little bit across the bottom too. Just a fun way to add to the document and to not be too fussy. And I love just having this tape on the acetate like this. When I made it, and it's like I said, I did it in a workshop this, so either it's going to be coming up or you've already seen it. I don't remember what order they're in, but you know, you check it out. And what's really cool is that you can definitely just keep on pulling it off, using it, and then you know, I reuse these again, put more tape down and keep on using them. But I love that. And it just makes this really neat, you know, kind of tape for these kind of projects. So we get the grunge, it's kind of old world. It doesn't look too fussy. You know, we don't like all the fussy in our collaging. But this is just another idea for making like a little booklet. This same thing could be, it could be a fold out, you know, it could be done. It can be put down as a fold out. It can be just put down. You could just make a single pocket out of it if you wanted to. It's a lot of uses for this kind of thing. But this one we're going to stick right in there, and it becomes just another tuck spot in our cabinet of curiosities. It becomes a place where, you know, found ephemera, found objects can go in there. Like it becomes a legitimate place that you can use in your journal to store information, to keep notes, to keep up with bits and pieces that, you know, we find along the way. And yet it's not, I don't feel like it's too fussy. It doesn't look like too planned, you know. I'm always trying to walk the balance between it looking a little, like too manufactured-y, you know what I mean? I want it to still just be kind of random and, you know, like just picked up a few things, threw it together, made something. But yet we still have this nice glassine bit for putting objects. And then we can stick that in here. And I think we're done. I love this spread. I mean, I always say that though, don't I? I really do enjoy it. So I think coming from here, everything's flowing nicely. Let me see. Yeah, so from this one, no, we have a flip out. What did we do here? Or what did I do? Okay, here we are. I thought it was something else in between there, but when I put this down, there's a little extra glue there. So let's just go ahead and, well, no, that's okay. Because you see the book page, it's not going to stick beyond that. I'm thinking, I know I have an extra one in there. Where's my flip outs? So, yeah. I think this going from here to here, that works nicely. So we'll see what this spread brings. I never know. I just am so excited by this process. You all know that because I just love building page by page, and you just never know what's the next one going to bring. So that's everything. Love you all. Have a great weekend. And until next Saturday, happy creating. Bye-bye.